Respond. Do not lie. Hello, my true crime lovelies. How are you? All right, we are back with chapter 3. We're still in volume 1, chapter 3. Let's see how far we can get. I'm going to hop right into it. Let me roll that intro. I'll see you on the other side. I hope you are well. I don't know if I said that. I hope you are well. Always. Alrighty, let's hop on into it. We left off here February 18th. And for anyone who this is your first time tuning in, I highly recommend watching chapter 1 and 2 first. But hey, you're here. If you want to just hop right in, it's all boon, all crazy. It'll make as much sense either way. So this is from Christina Smith, not to be confused with Christina Pena. Yes, they both spell it Christina. This is a former inmate. And again, I said it on the last video, for about 10 pages, the way they sent this to me, it's full justified instead of left justified. So it resulted in some of this being cut off. I will give you the gist of what I can discern, and then if you guys want to slow it down and read it all, have at it. I don't mind. Good morning. I'm super bored. Made it to Tampa. I actually, let me know if you'd like that, and if so, I think she was going to send her something. Miss you. You're one of the few that she misses. I guess the others are Nightmare. Of course, they gave me nothing when I left. We had mats in the room to go to release. Sent you 2,000 credits, and I hope you can enjoy some music or a movie. I will send you more once I start working. And she was like, I'm not used to waking up on my own. They used to wake us up as if we were dogs in a freaking kennel. And then she just, her grandmother lost something in December since she was there. Totally sucks, and I'm suffering. Something about her hair. She was a blonde, or stay with her natural brunette, which I had never been probably since high school from using Sunin. Shout out to Sunin. I used it when I was in high school. Good grief. I hope that you are smiling and sending you something. How's that working out? Incoming again from Christina with the subject credits. I sent you some pictures, bought you some credits. Incoming again from Christina. Tell Alexis Miller I sent her some credits. Hugs. Then she sends something to her son. I am not going to read the messages to her son. I said this in the last one. I just feel uncomfortable doing it. If you want to stop it and read it. I just slept on it last night, and I'm like, what if he like clicks on a YouTube video and there's some random woman talking in his, in his mother's voice, or at least reading his mother's words? I think that'd be a little freaky. Shimmer Chic. Did your autocorrect change? This is from Sarah to Christina. Change from Shimmer to Shiner. I don't know what either one of those are, but she loves her so much. She's glad that she sent her. She just randomly checked if she had any messages, and hers popped up. Please keep them coming as we live through you. So this is the picture she's talking about. She's asking for pictures. They share them around, like I said, in video number 1 or in chapter 1. All that matters is you love, love, love. Actually, you don't need him at all. You've got God. So they're loving on each other. And then she sends another hateful message to Brian about adding funds. Don't wait all day with my 3 reminders. So I think she has until, she's sending it at 8:48. I think she has until 10, maybe 9 to order it if she's saying it's 30 minutes left. No, that wouldn't be right. Yeah. So maybe she's saying send it by 9:15 so she can get her order in by 10. Christina, she sends her another message. Just wanted to say thank you for your kindness and love. I'm glad she's thanking someone. And then she does a bunch of scriptures here. Then she sends another long-winded message. A long-winded message to Brian about their child. She's already forecasting stuff for St. Patrick's Day. It's only the 22nd. She wants to get on that to-do list. I guess since she did December 6th with her Christmas list and she still hasn't gotten it by February, I guess she wants to get a jump on St. Patrick's Day. But is that normally a day that we send each other gifts? I feel like that's Green Beer Day when I used to partake. But wow. Okay. She's going on about the Christmas presents. You are despicable. Respond. When are the presents coming? When are you ordering coffee and food? She's like a broken record at this point. Then Christina sends her a note. I went nuts on the groceries. London broitis. I don't know if that means she sent Sarah message groceries or what. I think she sent her something though, because otherwise, why would you send this, right? I went nuts on the groceries. So I think she sent her like packages or whatever. Then she sends Brian another note on 2/24. So 2/23 is the day that she put, or the night that she put George in the suitcase. 2/24 is where the police show up. I just posted that today. My full video. I had shown some of you guys before. I think the members, I would use excerpts from it, but now it's the full video from the 911 call through to her. There's not interrogations, but the car interview and whatnot. So anyway, this morning, 2/24, well, afternoon. So it was like 1:00 when she called them, or just shy of 1:00. This is the 4th year anniversary of my boyfriend is dead. I put him in a suitcase. We were laughing. It was funny. So then she's going on about it's March. There's no video visit scheduled for she and her son to open his Christmas gifts. Please schedule. Please stop lying. Please let me see my son and watch him open and enjoy my Christmas presents. Please let me have coffee. Please respond. Please cooperate. Please enable. Please stop lying. Then she sends another note to her brother about this book. Just wanted you to know I was thinking about you and love very much. So I wanted to check in with you. I'm tired of doing chores for credit, something, it's not card, but basically she's doing laundry, cleaning toilets and whatnot to get freebies. I hope you are smiling and feeling well. Send pictures when you can. And said you were going to something this weekend. Remember, 5 pics per envelope. No more send backs. Something get me to smile too, TTYL. On the 25th, which is the day she was arrested, February 25th, back in 2020. Per our phone call this morning after you not responding, I gave you this list from me, December 2nd. It's ongoing March. She's still asking for hot meals. It's either burger and wings or pizza and wings, 2 coffee packets, Jumpin' Java. Oh, sorry, it's the hot meals that are 2, I think. Yeah. A video visit with my son for the upcoming weekend, hoping the Christmas presents are there. Schedule one anyway, 12:30, whatever day, 12:30. Please don't wait. I've told you many times previously, and we've been unable to see each other. So take 5 minutes. You can do from your phone while outside smoking. Yikes. I await your highly anticipated promised messages, probably, and promised orders. You stated you were going to send this message once you have the arrival of his Christmas presents and confirmation of our highly anticipated visit, and likely that she wants to visit with or without the gifts. Finally, we want to see each other. Thank you for cooperating. Just another week of waiting for everything. Still. Oh, just another week I had to wait after 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know why it's the passive aggressive digs for me. There's 2 more messages to her son. Oh, 3. I tried calling 9 times today, 8 yesterday. Jesus, that poor boy. And then she sends a note to Brian, all caps, no response. I haven't received your message you stated Sunday on the phone. So now it's pizza and wings. 2 days ago, it was burgers and wings. And then all wings meal. 2 of those. Jumpin' Java. What do we say? Delights. It was like, I keep thinking of the Turkish delights, whatever it is. Food package, a hymnal from Amazon. You have completed finally after months and years of waiting. Son's Christmas present and video visit. Have they come? Have you scheduled the video visit? It's ongoing March. Please respond. Then on the 27th, commissary is tomorrow, Wednesday, February 28th. Commissary is tomorrow. Ordering closes at 10. Don't miss that as you have done in the past. I'm still in the negative, so great. And also from you withholding for 3 weeks. because you bought your tickets for your cruise in June, you stated you purchased. There's something commissary, as I have said to you numerous times in the past, food or coffee packages you keep telling me you did or you have. Coffee is unavailable except through the package. So yeah, there's no coffee like free. Well, I guess nothing is free in jail, but there's no coffee there that she can purchase or gets for free. So she needs him to send this package, which what a racket, because I'm sure they drink lots of coffee, especially because we know that there are a lot of recovering addicts or active addicts in there. And if you've ever been to an AA or an NA meeting, coffee is gold. That is real currency. So then she sends a message to Christina Smith. What you doing? Hi, friend. Been thinking about you and super missing. You could have a field day in here now. The neighborhood has gone down the toilet and not flushed. Miss you, miss you, miss you. Bought any more interesting groceries or plan of actions for life? That's a big question. Are you going to forget something so far? How's the real world really? Another big one. Seen anything exciting for yourself? Are you still reading your Bible? Send me some pics. Then Christina responds on what she's doing. Hi, Sarah. I'd never forget you. I wasn't feeling great for a couple of days. I dyed my hair. I tried to dye my hair platinum blonde and it came out orange. Then I went vampire red, which absolutely will not go over well with applying for jobs. So my fourth and final attempt, something about cherries that you buy at the premium market. So I'm guessing her hair is the color of cherries and not vampire red. Like cherry is a little bit darker. It just reminds me of in high school, there were girls who would put Kool-Aid in their hair when they couldn't have cellophane and they would get like, it looked like cherry colored Kool-Aid. She's got to stick with something for her hair to heal from being over processed. Down here this morning, I made an omelet with sharp cheddar. Jobs. I've applied with Home Depot, Lovesac, which is custom furniture, receptionist, Virgin Islands Sailing, yacht rental. And then today she had an interview with a call center. She's got one with Holiday Inn Express on Monday in the furniture store. She'll interview with Starbucks. So she's looking for a job. She's plugging away. I guess that whole entrepreneurship fell by the wayside, or maybe she just needs cash flow. I don't know. I don't want to discount her efforts. I'm merely letting you know so that your brother can the young lady that runs that life skill class, tell them that on Indeed, there's a drop down and you can select which employers will hire applicants with a background, i.e. a record, a jacket, or whatever. I want to tell any of my friends about this detail. Herbal tea, my kitchen here. I never received any dishes or coffee maker or something. It's not as advertised. I think she's like in a halfway home or a residential home, not a group home, but like a residential home for adults here. I think they call them in New York SRA, single resident, or SRO, single resident occupancy. Like it's a big building and you rent rooms. When I lived further up in Harlem, I would see them on the bus stops in the morning because they had to get out by a certain time. Like they had to be out of the house all day, either looking for a job, getting a job, anything but hanging out in the SRO. She's going to watch The Voice on Monday and Tuesday. There's cable in her room. She canceled her subscriptions. I'm thinking like Netflix and Hulu. That's a luxury right now. I'll get them later in the year. Somebody came to hang out and he started eating a lot of my food. Spent the night, I made up a lie and told him that my friend that helps me was on his way over needed and wanted company. We don't mess around, so not like that, but good. They're overstaying their welcome. Life is life. I'm glad to be out. Something with the airplanes all the time. I do mind smelling cigarettes. So I guess there's smoking in the house. She's in a corner unit and right up the stairwell. So that sounds like the smoke probably gets trapped there. Something about the congregation, makeup brush. And then she's back with Brian. No coffee ordered. Why do you keep telling me you will? Then Christina, hi Chica, how are you? How's your day going? She's sending this to Sarah. Here's a little update. Something she's been doing. It's been a grueling process. You can't just apply. You have to submit. Nope. Next, you get a request to take a skill set test. And then something from your resume for review and consideration. So Sunday interview with Home Depot, Monday Circle K at noon, Tuesday Lovesac at 10 and Starbucks at 2. They're paying $15 an hour. She plans on working 2 jobs, one full-time and I guess the other one part-time. That is not a living wage. Wow. I honestly don't know what it's like for people like when they get out of jail, because I don't know what this woman's criminal history is, but she was but she was in jail. It's not like she was in prison during time, right? So she had pending charges, but I guess if you're found guilty with time served, that looks different than if you were, I don't know. Somebody wiser than me, let us know in the comments. That seems rough. This morning, I unpacked every single box and bag. She did 5 loads of laundry, cost her $30. Sheesh. That's 2 hours worth of work of, well, even more because the IRS wants their money. My first job, my first like W-2 job, I remember looking at the pay stub and it was like FICA, X amount of dollars. I'm like, who the hell is FICA and why are they getting my money? So after FICA gets her money, it's probably about 3 hours worth of work just to do laundry. Last night, some rowdy drunk 20-somethings checked in. They suck. There's a lot of pot smoking going on. Oh God, you can smell it. Somebody happened to cook. She got 2 plates, 2 bowls, 1 pot and 1 pan. Oh, probably just the dishes because she was saying she didn't get utensils. So they probably gave her some plates and bowls and a pot and a pan so she can cook in her room or somewhere. Some of my friends have been calling. She doesn't want to see them. I know that I'll be bad. Smart move. Today I'm going to somewhere. I do have things like the Cheetos that you eat with your late night something drawer. I sure wish you were around. I could use some intelligent sass. You know, I never really talked to Christina. She was talking about Christina Pena while I was there. I hope you get a tablet and talk soon. Do you want me to look anything up for you? And then Sarah sends to her response to Hi Chica. Busy bee. Congratulations on all your hard work and efforts. It's a job, which I know you won't with your warrior spirit, so probably don't give up. Go forward. That's what God told Moses as he was parting the Red Sea to cross to escape from Egypt. Can you see the sand? He's parting it for you. Perseverance. I can't even begin to tell you everything that's going on. And as always and forever, the light conquers the darkness. Somebody's going to prison on Friday and she's terrified what's in store for her. How does she know it's Friday? I told her it's God's way of protecting her and parting the Red Sea. She's acting like a child, not listening at all. Ooh. Ma'am, if anybody's acting more like a child than you, that is noteworthy. Otherwise, zip it. God blinders on to keep going. Stay in the Bible. So she's encouraging her. He's still going to love you beyond measure, no matter. Janet Jackson song. Look it up if you can. Now I want to know what that song is. No matter, no matter, no matter. It's a whole other race now, which is all you need right now. Then she's got bunch of scriptures here. Philippians, thank you for whoever helped me out with that. Psalms, disclosing me as the heathen that I am. Romans, Timothy, Joshua, Isaiah, keep shimmering. Then she wants to confirm we're in March now. Their conversation, Sarah and Brian's conversation, it's just nasty. You forgot again. Please stop. Please let me see my son. Again, she's using the gifts have to be there as leverage for they can't have the visit until then. I think if she would let that go, she could probably have a visit, but then she loses that leverage. I think Brian is wise to her games. Aren't you understanding this? Solution, put away something and cooperate. The way you are acting is so boring, useless. We'll never know the supernatural power it takes me, probably not to strangle you. Understand and believe. I know I bothered you earlier. And then she repeats the stuff. Would not have to hang up on me because I would not. Is it in the house? Is it in a mouse? I would not, could not. Green eggs and ham. Stop making me have to talk to you. So simple. Something your attorney and anyone else would. Then with the son, let me just look at this because I think I'm going to skip this until we get back to whole messages. So not her son, her brother. Hi, I added 100 to your account and will be sending you some food. Know that I love you. Been a bad February and had a lot that happened. Harassing the son. Outgoing to her brother. Oh wow! Thank you, Philip. I received your packages today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I returned the protein pack. I won't eat 90% of it. Seafood, maybe how does it keep fresh scares me. One girl got sick from not sealing properly. Please may I swap for delicious delights. Again with the delicious delights. The refund should show up in the next few days. When it does, please order. You see how she's making more work for him though, because then he's got, it might show up, it might not, you know, it depends on your bank, but then he's got to go through the whole process of logging in and ordering something else, and it's just like, man, be grateful. It to me, like, you know, I grew up, beggars cannot be choosers was what my mama told me. So I feel like, imagine if you're homeless, let's say, or unhoused. Imagine if you're unhoused, right? And someone offers you some food, right? You're like, oh, I just need to eat. I just need a meal. And they drop off, I don't know, some chicken wings and fries. And you tell them, oh, I'm never going to eat these fries. Can you go back and get broccoli? Like, they've already gone above and beyond for you, right? Her brother has already gone above and beyond. He's obviously struggling. He's got a surgery that he can't afford. And he's saying he might have to be deployed again in order, like, that is crazy, right? And I believe her brother is partnered. I'm not sure if it's a wife or a girlfriend, but he lives with his partner. And they have a household to run. I'm not sure if they have children. Hopefully we'll find out. I've only read through the first 100 pages of these messages. And I just feel like you're giving him the runaround. It was already difficult enough for him to do that. And what a nice surprise. Like, just be grateful, you know? Oh, there we go. So she wants to swap that. She knows it's a game of tag, so she's sending that his way. I just want to make sure you know I returned that. For me, that would be the end of it. You returned it. We're done. You know, like, maybe she should have bartered somewhere, like tell someone else to have that delicious delights ordered and she gives up the protein. I mean, Mama Donna would appreciate the protein, right? Miss you a lot, Philip. Thank you for caring about me. I love you, brother. Thank you forever. Then, is this the same day? Same day. Not even 30 minutes later, she's barking at Brian. No orders received. Another week. Coffee now you have withheld and made me wait for packages for almost 2 years. Girl, all of the laundry and toilet scrubbing and mopping that you've done, you haven't earned enough for coffee. Something tells me this is a lie. Like, I'm a coffee drinker, and there's no way I would be 2 years without coffee waiting on some Rudy Poot to send me some money or a package. Best and believe I would figure out by hook or by crook how to get some coffee from somebody in there. Because if it's not available and it's being shipped in, somebody in there is getting shipments. And maybe you don't have to beg from the same person every time, but come on now. Also on the 8th, maybe an hour or so later, a little less than an hour, she's on him about the video visit hymnal car and responding to the messages. Find his card envelope I made him so he can open that on the video visit. So he hasn't even opened his Christmas card because she's waiting until the video visit. That's just silly. I'm sorry. Again, I believe she's using it as leverage. You guys let me know. Or is there no method to her madness? She's exhausting. Another one to her son. This one is sweet. She just did a bunch of I love yous. Sweet and kind of cuckoo. It reminds me of Jack Nicholson in The Shining. He was like, all work and no play. Ma'am. Hopefully she just did a control C, control V and didn't actually type each one of these. Goodness gracious. Pages of I love you, more. Then she sends a note to Ashley, sunrise salutations. So she's giving her some uplifting whatever. I wasn't sure if this was biblical. I looked it up. It's not. Then another one to Brian, phone call confirmation. You hung up on me 2 times. Well, girl, that means you called him 3 times. Lied about Christmas gift. No Christmas video visit still. I say we need to let it go. It's March. You gotta let it go. Looks like another love TKO. Girl, it ain't gonna happen. She just repeats herself all over. continuously lie, lie, lie. I don't think she knows how unhinged this sounds. Like, honestly, if this is read to the family court judge, she'll be lucky to get supervised visitation. One of you guys asked in the comments, like, I guess Ruby Frankie's husband got a like do not contact, and you were asking about if he could. I don't know. I would imagine that he could. Like, once the alimony is decided, right? Like, she doesn't. Oh, I should have shared this fully. She doesn't have any reason to call him. Can you get a restraining order on somebody in jail? Why in prison? Or he could just block her, I guess. I don't know. Like, I think he wants to keep the communication lines open because they have a son in common, but clearly she's just abusing it. So it's like she is demanding that he pay attention to her, whether he wants to or not. It's not healthy, though. Okay. Another sunny day scripture to her son. Then she puts, regarding our son, important, do not put our son in the middle of any of our, like you did last night. Do not put our son in the middle, and then something, communication as you did last night, of adult communication as you did last night. Well, at least her repeating it helps us with this full justified issue we're having. We agreed on the forced phone call I had to make to you, something about not reading my messages, asking about his Christmas presents. Girl, let it go. And then she just repeats this about not putting her son in the adult communication. He does not want to be a part of any something viciousness and lies against me. Oh, so now you're advocating for him after you were abusing him? Poor son. This Christina Smith. Now, she was doing well. She got her own place, right? She was looking for a job. Sounded like she might have had one job. That's how she got the place. OMFG. They effed up my paperwork and issued a warrant. See you soon. The subject was bad that she sent to her. And then Sarah responds regarding bad. No. You have them to show? Does that mean that you have to turn yourself in? Pray you're back in B dorm. We have 61 in here. You, in the meantime, keep in touch. Like, girl, let me tell you, if forever some other thing takes over my mind and I accidentally end up in jail and I got out, there's no way I would screw up and accidentally be having a warrant and getting back in. Like, that's crazy town. Then Sarah goes back to Brian. Oh, I was going to show you guys the warrant because, you know, I'm nosy like that. Let's see. I'll show you what it's for. Affidavit, violation of probation. So, whereby Blanche Knobb states as true that one Christina Dawn Smith, hereinafter referred to as the probationer, was on the 9th day of February, AD, after death, 2024. Like, do we need to put that? Were there any BC appointments that she missed? Placed on probation for the offense of battery, domestic violence in the county court for a term of 297 days in accordance with the provisions of Chapter 948 Florida statutes. Affiant further states that the probationer has not properly conducted herself, but has violated the conditions of her probation in a material respect by violation of condition 7, in that the probationer did not comply with all instructions given to her by the Central Intake Office when she failed to report to Central Intake on February 23rd, 2024 and February 26th, 2024 to be enrolled in probation. So she hasn't even checked in with probation, like, ma'am. So the last one she failed to show up was February 26th, and lickety split, they wrote this out on February 29th, had a notary sign it and a judge sign it. And her last known address, I blocked that out. She's 5'2", 175 pounds, born in 1973. So I think she's one of the few people that's older than Sarah. Most of the other young ladies are young. She didn't comply. So they issued the warrant. And then the judge signed this on the 4th of March. Somebody wiser than I will explain how all that worked. Oh, no. Oh, it was a leap year. In 2024. That means 2020 would have been a leap year too, right? I'm referencing the last video. Anyway, there's an extra day in February here. So it's just a couple days later. So never mind. I was thinking of a month with 30 or 31 days and it being, you understand. So type of violation report, probation conditions violated, failed to report to central intake appointments on those 2 days. So it's being submitted. Ms. Smith called our office on 2/16. Ms. Smith called our office and spoke to Senior Officer Steinberg, stating she was aware that she had to report, but she was in the hospital and did not give any further detail. She also stated that she was in the process of moving to Tampa. Now we know she already moved to Tampa and they couldn't do a video visit. This is 2024. I think we all got real familiar with Zoom 4 years earlier. And I don't think you can move when you're on probation without the permission of not even the probation officer, technically the court. If you watch Judge Boyd, you know. Yeah, you got to get permission. You can't just up and skip on to wherever you feel like going. You're not in charge of yourself at that point. Court instructed the defendant to contact central intake by 2/12 to enroll in probation. Because the defendant failed to report, this office had limited contact information on the defendant. On 2/15/24, I reached out to her public defender attorney, R. Reeks, who provided, oh, you guys can't see that part. Let me move it down. Who provided a phone number for the defendant. However, I called numerous times without success, nor could you leave a message. Either her voice mailbox was full or it hadn't been set up. We all know that annoying. The person you have reached has not set up their voicemail. Goodbye. On 2/16, but what about text message? Maybe they were calling from a desk phone. On 2/16/24, Ms. Smith called our office and spoke to Senior Officer Steinberg, stating she was aware that she had to report, but she was in the hospital. Okay, that's the same one. She also stated she was in the process of moving. Officer Steinberg set a phone-in appointment for 2/23. Okay. The pertinent paperwork was emailed to her with instructions to review, sign, and return the documents prior to her appointment. She failed to do so. That is not good. This writer called her numerous times, no answer. On 2/23/24, I emailed her to request proof that she was indeed living in Tampa. She emailed me back stating she had tried to call me. But girl, why you didn't respond to the emails? Why didn't you return the documents? At least fake the funk like you were trying to comply. You just did nothing and then call with excuses. I hope she's not using again. Oh, God. Okay. She emailed me back stating she had tried to call me with a screen caption showing her attempt. She was calling the wrong phone number. Oh, my God. I sent her 2 emails with my phone number requesting a call back. Suddenly, she stopped responding to my emails. On 2/23, I sent an email. Hi. No, you can't have that. You'll be up all night. Hello. Okay. All right. We're going to take a break here and I'll be back. We got to get Elmo situated. After these messages, we'll be right back. See you on the other side. All right, we are back. It's 4:00 in the morning back, but we're here. All right, additional comments, recommendations. Let me slide that down so you guys can see it. This violation of probation, VOP, is being submitted to inform the court that the defendant has failed to enroll in probation. The court instructed the defendant to contact central intake by 2/12 to enroll in probation. Because the defendant failed to report, this office has limited contact information on the defendant. On 2/15/24, I reached out to her public defender. I feel like we read that. Yeah, she was calling the wrong phone number. I sent her 2 emails with my phone number requesting a callback. Suddenly, she stopped responding to my emails. On 2/23, I sent an email to the defendant requesting that she report in person on 2/26. So she had leeway. She could have done a virtual. Now they're like, you need to show up here, ma'am, for probation enrollment. She did not report to that appointment because she failed to complete and return the paperwork, forward proof of her residency in Tampa, and refused to respond to correspondence. I am returning this case to the court. Her whereabouts are currently unknown. Yeah, so even if she was in the hospital, even if she was in Tampa, the documents, the paperwork were emailed to her. So why didn't she just do that? Maybe subliminally she wanted to go back or wanted to have a warrant, because we'll find out soon she didn't go back. May your honor be aware that a criminal history was conducted and the defendant does not appear to be incarcerated at this time. If the defendant is found guilty of violating her probation, this officer recommends that her probation be revoked and terminated, as she is not amenable to probation. May the court sentence her to an appropriate period of incarceration. So she's forfeiting that, right? And then there's the case number. There's all these people who are involved and any other witnesses. They have been notified. Yikes. That does not sound good. Okay. So that is going on. That's what's going on with Miss Christina Smith. Then we go back to Sarah and Brian. Respond via message on tablet, all caps. During my phone call with my son yesterday, you interrupted me. What part of I do not want to speak to you? Are you not understanding? Stop making my son uncomfortable. She's going to go on about some Christmas parents. Just order so I do not have to talk to you. And then something about your appearance, quote unquote, to our son, which I'm thinking she's quoting something he said. I have more joy, something generation of family ever will. So more joy than his family. Maybe he said she was miserable. Okay, so then on the 12th, she sends confirmation numbers, and she's asking again about the confirmation numbers for the Christmas presents, the Jumpin' Java, Delicious Delights confirmation numbers. Also, give me Jim's phone number, all in caps. You repeatedly keep telling me you're working on it. Something with her son this weekend. She wants to see him before his spring break ends. 1:30, whatever day he chooses. So, okay. So ask, respond. Then another message to her brother. Hi again. Smile. It's me again. I keep calling, but no answer. Tag, you're it. I haven't heard back from messaging on Friday. Did you receive the book? Was it returned? It should show up any day. Oh, maybe it's the other item, her commissary item that she returned, and she's asking about the credit. It should show up any day as it processed on my end. And don't order the Delicious Delights. I received a response. I did not attach appropriate copies. Philip, please let me trade in my food package. Oh, God. It's just extra. He's not even answering your calls, and you're asking for more. And it looks like she still hasn't gotten the book. At the end, are you able to transfer just $5 in credits? She spends them all and then asks for more or gets close to spending. I wonder if that's a tactic of hers to like, I'm almost out. And so makes it like a desperation, a panic, or a false sense of urgency. Because if you're begging all the time for them, it seems like we presumably would be more judicious about using them, right? Like when you don't know where your next dollar is coming from, you don't go and buy a pack of bubble gum with that last dollar. Like you hold on to it. Hopefully you get more, but you don't just spend it and then tell everyone, oh, I spent my last dollar, which seems to be her MO. I think she likes chaos. Just reading these, like I can feel my adrenals going into overdrive. So I think her body must be in a constant state of like adrenaline, cortisol. It's got to be rough. And then, of course, you're going to respond like this because your body is in fight, flight, or freeze mode. So on the 13th of March of 2024, we're still talking about Christmas presents. Now there's a football in here. I'm not sure where that came from. She's asking for the confirmation number for Amazon, for the fish, to jump in Java, Delicious Delights, the confirmation numbers for the eye care gifts, what's Jim's phone number, and then commissary ad funds respond. Also, is this the same day? Yeah, about 10 minutes later, she's sending him another message. Tell son to turn phone on, trying to call directly to VM. So again, is this necessary? We know she gets 35,000 characters. Could this not have gone into this message just 10 minutes before? It's like she's just angry and I'm going to send another note. She waited 10 minutes. That was all she could hold. I'm going to send another note. So those are 50 cents each. And she's asking for a couple bucks credits. Like, unfortunately, every cent her brother gives her goes towards harassing ex-husband or former husband and son. Hey there. So this is her brother coming into her. Hey there. Yeah, that's fine. Just send me the letters. I'll get you the food tonight or tomorrow. Keep your head up and I'll text you later. And then Christina, our friend on the run, Christina Smith, they want me to turn myself in. So super effed. I've spent so much money, something things. I have the paperwork to show that I was in the hospital. I'm disgusted. I'm going back to California and will hire an attorney. So this is bad, right? They're already recommending revocation and that you be incarcerated. Now you're fleeing. Basically, they're already saying your whereabouts are unknown. Now you're making it even worse. And we know from the warrant, it's not just that she was in the hospital. They gave her opportunity after she got out of the hospital to make this right. And also, why didn't she turn the paperwork in? Like, she's done absolutely nothing, and now she's fleeing or contemplating. Stay tuned. Okay, incoming. Ashley Harris, sunrise salutation. She's responding to Sarah's message. Hey, you. Sometimes I go to the pier and do sunrise salutations. My home group celebrated its 4-year anniversary. It's the first home group I got way back when it was just something, and still have that group despite changes and loss is a godsend. Sitting at a coffee shop somewhere sunny with a nice view, praising the Lord, we made it through the storms. I will hold, it sounds like that's what she envisions for she and Sarah. I will hold tight. This is like cryptogram here. Forever and always, I love you. The valleys will be filled and the mountains will be level. The curves will be straightened and the rough places made smooth. So now Sarah is sending her brother another note. 3:14. Hi again. Oh my. Who are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you times a million. So, so grateful. I never ever thought I could have my cake and eat it too again. Thanks to my lovely, wonderful, amazing, good-looking brother. They see your picture. Smart, kind, understanding, supportive. Love, 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 love you. 2 exclamation points. No matter what. Know that. Love, 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 love you. No matter what. Know that. Something, having nothing, and still rejoicing all the time. Thank you for making my day. It's been a long time. With every fiber of my being and soul. So she has the food that she's been asking Brian for. Just let's see if she gives him a break now or if she continues to hound him. Every fiber of my being and soul for the court documents tomorrow so I can receive them. The sound when you put the hot steel in the water when forging a sword makes the sword stronger. I'll keep trying to call you. Why, girl? He don't want to talk to you. Still want to hear your voice and know how your health is. You're worrying me when you tell me last month something mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Please send pictures. Please send pictures. We are all waiting. That is so creepy. I wouldn't want to send pictures knowing they were being passed around in the jail by the other inmates. I mean, I know they're looking, excuse me. I know they're looking to see the outside and whatever, but I that would deter me from sending pictures, quite frankly. I don't know why. It just skeeves me out. I just imagine like grubby little fingers on the physical pictures, passing it around. They will be a gift in themselves, the pictures. Heart, thank you for everything. You don't know how much. Something to the delicious delights. Love you, love you, love you no matter. Thank you. And then she's sending a note to our fugitive, Christina Smith. Bad that turns into good. Heart. So she's changed the subject line from just bad to add that turns into good. Heart. California, question mark, question mark. You're going before you turn yourself in. Me and Christina are super thinking about you, praying you're safe. Thanks for telling me. I worry about you. WTF, Christina, write me back. Love you in the meantime and always. And we know that all things work together for good. Romans 8:28, if you need to know all of those. That is also dangerous. Now you're on record, you're documented confirming that you're fleeing, right? Dave Cacciatore from the state pulled these. I wonder if he turned that over to them. He pulled these in September, though, so maybe it was all resolved. I haven't gotten that far. I just know that we end in September with these messages, so we'll see how that unfolds. So going to Brian, phone call confirmation. So she's going through her list again of what they talked about. There's a lot of shouting in here. She's asking again, why didn't you place the order when I gave you the list? I feel like that's moot at this point. Like, why are we talking? It doesn't matter at this point. I mean, does it? Just something else for you to nag about, but does it really matter? And whatever he tells you, you're not going to listen to. So all I'm asking for is a $6 hymnal coffee food package. Now we know she has the food package and the coffee. This hymnal, we're only in March. So if you didn't get the one last year until May, you can use that one until it overlaps with where you started. I have a book of like devotional things like from Eon Levanza. It's the same one. I've never read it straight through. There are times where I'm like, oh, I need some devotional, like inspirational message. I think devotional is specifically religious. These aren't religious. But, just sometimes I need like daily inspiration. It's the same book. It's still inspiring. I don't need a new one. Now, maybe if 10 years I've heard the same one and I've read it 365 days, I can see that. But somehow I feel like this is just to bug him. Surely someone else in there's got some devotionals. But again, she has the one from last year that she says she didn't get until May. So January and through April is, new hymnals as far as I'm concerned. So then we've got Ashley coming in. Happy St. Patty's Day. Happy Lord's Day. Happy day. I indeed did go the next morning and I got some awesome pics. I will repeat that this morning as the littles are all in bed and I could take them while they're asleep before I'd be missed. Not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday for you and the bestie. Heart. I will make sure to do it early enough, probably to get the sunrise. Goodbye for now. Much love always. Also on St. Patty's Day, 11:57 a.m. God, she can't even wait till lunch. Phone call confirmation. Possible appendix bursting. Whew, that is dramatic. Okay, let's see what we can tell from our full justified. I can't tell the future. My appendix could burst and I couldn't order something this morning when I was made to call you for order confirmation number. Any of my almost 100 tablet messages I've sent you attempting to get confirmation. The judge has ordered you to provide me in the form of coffee and food, a reasonable want. So she's admitting now it's not a need. The judge has made no such order. BT dubs. You seem to be able to tell the future of a guilty verdict you think you know so much about and none unnecessarily tell my son. I mean, I think if that is what he's saying, that she could potentially be guilty, that she could potentially get life, that is all true. And he is managing expectations, right? It would be foolhardy, dare I say, for him to pretend like that's not on the table. Now, I understand that she has some cognitive dissonance and is not putting the pieces, is not picking up what the court's putting down, but why would she be mad about that? If it ends up not being, he's been prepared for the worst and he's getting something better. That's a win-win overall. I think it would be devastating to not tell him that his mom is facing life. Sorry, I don't know why I'm having trouble getting comfortable here. Now I look like a wiggly person. Okay. Not telling him that his mother could go away. I was going to say his mom. I think that would be more devastating, right? Like, oh, she'll be home anytime. And then they come back. Oh, you're never going to see her, touch her outside of prison walls ever again in life. That would be devastating. Anyway, she's going to complain no matter what. She's unable to see the logic in anybody else's reasoning and unwilling to try. I'm still asking you about 6 months later for this. So now she's on principle, right? She's got what she's asked for from someone else, but now she's just hounding him on principle instead of saying, guess what? I have a family member who stepped up and you don't have to worry about that. And sorry that I bothered you. Now that I have my coffee, I can think sanely again. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into this about her appendix. The surety of your futuristic prediction was it's close to the prison, 150 miles away from my son. When you moved 150 miles away from my son. Well, when you move my son 150 miles away from me, rather. How about this? But not ordering my coffee. I've been asking you about 6 months for the coffee in well over a year. Something about your appendix bursting. The reason you stated you should be able to order whatever and food, hopefully today, you stated you can try. He's going to try. Could have just ordered a year ago or the 6 months when I started asking about it. I wouldn't be calling you today or sending an almost 100th message, wasting money, and was still no response. Take a hint, girly, if you would just cooperate. So again, there's nothing in her control, right? It's all out here. She has no control in her mind, but wants all the control. It's because you're bitter and sad and unhappy. Your fat power of your little raisin of a heart to try and make everything difficult. Such a boring child. Remember, it's a big inconvenience for you to live here, to be told the same thing from the judge, to cooperate. I'm filling in words. If they're not the words you think should be filled in, you have liberty. Or take liberty, order my coffee. Also, oh gosh, now there's another message, 3/17/12/19. No promised baseball game for son. Do you know how looking forward to his first baseball game ever he was? Something fun to do on his spring break. He asked you on the recorded call, and you said, if you would take him, you stated it was sold out. When I had to call you, the phone charged, so I can remind him to bring it with him for the selfie while there. Oh my God, what a pest. She just wants a picture. That's the only reason why she's reminding him. And in doing that, you're reminding him while he's having fun that his mother is incarcerated. It's like she wants to be a part of his life, but as a pity part, right? Not really in a parental role. Like, you notice she's not, I don't know, what would I expect from her? I would just feel like how it would be more about him in the conversations and not about her needs. And it feels like every time it's about her needs. I need to talk to you. I need to see you. I need a selfie. I need to see you open the Christmas presents that your father bought that I'm pretending are for me. It's really selfish. So disappointing. You didn't really want to go. You've got the SEC game on today, which you wanted, right? You can record the SEC game. You can't your son's first baseball game. I know who you are, and I'm used to your perpetual disappointments about it all the time from almost everything you quote unquote promise him. In ongoing April, so he still doesn't have the Christmas presents, in ongoing April, so disappointing. You, one day, now, and something for everything, including what you do and don't do for and to me. Relationship with him and encourage the same with me, his mother. Something coming from a poor example. You enjoy your SEC game. It's the digs. It's always the digs. She's got 2 messages to her son there, which you can stop and read. Then outgoing to our girl on the run, Christina Smith. Bad that turns into good. So regarding that, you there? Been thinking about you, hoping and praying you're safe. Contact me as soon as you can. I read the other day that even if it disgusts you, something and and you smile, it releases chemicals in your brain to think you are happy. Meantime, smile on. Then she sends Ashley a note, also 3:19, about 30 minutes later. Sunrise salutations, and she's added wow to the subject line. How beautiful. You, your daughter, the sunrise to a new hopeful perspective. So jealous. The picture of your daughter is amazing. Again, this creeps me out, thinking they might be passing this picture around in the jail. You don't know. You don't talk about your charges. So anyway. But she's a former inmate, so she knows what she's doing, or at least she knows what's going to happen to the picture. So to each their own. She's giving her uplifting comments. He believes in you as much as you believe in him. I await the day when I can hug you, telling you how much you mean to me as an inspiration, testimonial blessings, and most of all, what? I love reading your messages. Keep sending them when you can. So living through you. Stay great, and thank you. Choose to make to your homies in 33rd. I think the jail's on 33rd Street. Hang on one second. My nose. Okay, I also checked, and we've got like 3 more pages of this cut off, and then we'll be back to our dramatic reading. So bear with me. I just felt like some of this context was important so that it makes sense some other things later, like the young lady who got the warrant out, her brother sending her things. And just trust me on this. But we'll be back to dramatic reading shortly. She sends this note to Ashley and thanks her, for the photos, and she's saying uplifting words to her. Then on the 20th of March, she's bothering Brian again about commissary, hymnal, coffee, food, car, message number 97. No reply from you to any message to date. So, and then do not lie, respond, do not lie. Same questions. Yeah, ma'am. He's not going to answer them. So 3:21, she sends to Brian, no commissary. Why did you not supply commissary funds? I need envelopes. And for my son to open, since he hasn't even opened any of his Christmas presents. I feel like we're beating a dead horse. Are they really even Christmas presents at this point? You're making it painful for everybody. And how awkward are you going to be as a 13-year-old opening up Christmas presents from your mom? I'm not air quoting that she's a mom. I should have air quoted from. But do you know you're opening them up in March or April? Who is it for at that point? You just need to see his face. You could actually just have his dad take a photo of him opening his you know what I mean? Like, the entitlement is off the charts. She's going on about how she cannot receive in time to open this either. Why do you do this, Brian? Girl. So then she sends him a note. Oh my God. So the first one was at 12:03 p.m. This is at 12:24 p.m. And actually, I checked I don't want to say the donations, the deposits into her trust in 2024. I didn't see Brian putting cash on there. So it seems like he only buys her commissary, or puts money on there for her to get commissary, but it's not like deposited. I'm not sure. Maybe we only looked at November payments. He wasn't on there. I'll have to go back and check. I think it was only November, but it's still weird. November, he definitely didn't. So that's 4 weeks he didn't. He stated his tooth broke off last night. Is this the tooth he's been complaining about ongoing 2 years now? Do you have your insurance yet? You keep telling me is the reason nothing has been done. This is something he needs to have. He could get an infection, and nonetheless, he said how it looks. You need to something for if you supposedly cannot. This is important. It's just so confusing. You have enough money for your cigarettes and alcohol, all caps. And did something and died something scheduled. Do not lie as you have so many times before. You said you would schedule but did not. This is important for and to our son. So I don't know if he has a job yet. When in 2022 he lost his job, then he moved to the place where they are now in June of 2023. Now we're in March of 2024. But I was just watching something with Wendy Adelson, like one of her writing classes or whatever, and she was looking forward to getting a job and getting off of Obamacare, she called it, which is the American, what is that? I can't think of it. ACA. I think it's ACA. So it seems like he would be eligible for that, but I don't know if that's purely medical or you can also get like a dental plan. Because I know for me, I've got medical insurance, I've got prescription insurance, I've got dental insurance, I've got whatever the optometry insurance. So I'm not sure when you get it through the government if you get all of those things. If you guys know, let me know. But it seems like there might be an emergency dental plan or I don't know, like a dental school, like a training school to get that fixed. Sounds like his nerve is not broken though, because I think he would just be in agony. I don't know. I don't know what tooth it is, but now she cares. Let's like one, if you're watching this during the premiere, one in the chat if you think drunk Sarah would have cared about this, i.e., before she murdered her boyfriend. Two in the chat if you think she would have just been so drunk and would have been like, whatever, and left it up to Brian to figure out unprompted non-involvement from her. I'm putting two. I don't think she would have cared. And I think Brian would have figured it the F out. Something about to Walmart. He wants a bird feeder. It just is like everything is in hyper mode. I think because she has so much free time, it just maybe that consumes her. It just feels like it's giving obsessed, sis. It's giving obsessed. 100th message, coffee, food, hymnal, car. So I feel like coffee and food are our mood. Philip hooked her up. Again, we're in March. Hymnal, used last year's. Car, where are you going, girl? The car is gone. It's gone since last year. This is my 100th message to you I have not received. Okay. Then she sends one to Philip. Hi, love. I hope you had an amazing memory-making day at the beach yesterday. And you went then and not today with the rainy weather. I was living through you. Just an FYI, the delicious delights did not come today if you ordered them. He said you would be able to, but nothing came today. Oh, why is that an FYI? That's why you're really writing, not because you care about his day at the beach. I mean, you may tangentially if it gets a picture for you, but come on. It's like she just, I need this. I need this. Then from this other person, I need this. I need this. Then to her jail friends that are out free for the moment. Hi, how are you? I'm living vicariously through you. I'm praying for you. Let me drop a few Christian quotes. Okay, then another one of a phone call confirmation. This is definitely harassment at this point. Find his Christmas card. I mailed in December. Commissary, you did not supply. Delicious delights. My solution is not having commissary. Okay, well, we got a solution. We're making progress. Will not come until next Friday already. Do not forget. Son, important. He stated his tooth cracked in half and the piece, something tooth is still in his mouth and which should have been pulled properly. I don't agree with that. I mean, unless that's some hood dentistry, you don't just pull it and leave the gap because then the teeth are going to slide. You need a placer in there. But I don't know. I have insurance. So you guys let me know if they're just people walking around snaggletooth, especially a child at 13. You have your permanent teeth, right? Let me know, guys. I'm confused. I don't know why she's giving him all this advice, though, ma'am. You claim he doesn't even brush his own teeth. You're just like spitting in the wind. But I imagine if it's really bad, someone at school will report it or at least call him and address it. Call Brian. Do you know? I wonder what happened. How did he crack his tooth like that? Walmart. Son needs new flip-flops. Please purchase. So now son might be playing mom against dad because he's right. Excuse me. He's right there in the house with his dad and he decides to tell his mom that he needs new flip-flops. And she's decided Walmart is the place. I don't know. That seems odd. Like, why wouldn't he just say, hey, Dad, I need some flip-flops? You know what I mean? Poor kid. Let me know how much these two items are, and I will add them to whatever I owe you. Unsure or not understanding any of the aforementioned information, feel free to communicate. Okay. Now we've got Ashley outgoing to her. Hi, hi, hi. Free message Saturday. Hope you're even more beautiful today. I'm grateful for all you are and do in so many ways. Enjoy the lovely day. Then outgoing to Philip. 6 minutes later, it's me. Free message Saturday. You get an extra love you. I hope the love something made brings you all the loveliness your soul can hold. Extra loves, extra appreciation. Thank you for your kindness and caring. Keep me posted about whatever I've been begging on. He responds, hey, mailing money order today. We'll order food when I get home today. So mailing the money order, and we did see in there in her fund where he was depositing money for her. I think it was like $50 for that month that we looked at previously. Ashley Harris, it's incoming. She's responding to the hi, hi, hi. Hello, beautiful, lovely Sarah. You're truly such an encouragement. Something has been hard on me. My roommate has stolen a list of things from me. I had a breakdown coming home from work to see more of my hard work. I've been fasting for 4 days now, and I am super maybe pumped for the weekend. So I'm just going to hang out at home, washing clothes, rest day, and today will be it. I love you. Keep your head up. Psalm something. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are wonderful. Outgoing to Philip, she sends, it's me, heart, or regarding it's me, heart. Joy, joy, joy. Thank you forever and ever. I'm so excited, so excited, and thanks for the documents too. I mailed my letter yesterday, so they'll probably get something, won't go out until Monday. I hope you have an outstanding rest of the weekend. I love you. Thank you. Heart, TTYL, TTFN. Talk to you later. Ta-ta for now. She sends her son a scripture. Can't roll my eyes or vomit hard enough. Outgoing to Ashley, you don't own a white flag. You will be better and brighter from something. Jesus believes in you. Me too. Love you lots and lots and lots. Overcome like no other. He can, I can, you can. Somebody's coming to Jerusalem. Took branches of palm trees and went out to the Hosanna. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Praise, worship, glorify always. TTFN, heart. Then another phone call confirmation to Brian. This is so much effort. So each time she has this hostile, angry phone call, and then she needs to confirm what they said in writing, making herself look horrible and lacking awareness of it. Today, when I followed up via phone for confirmation number, I did not receive coffee and food, especially since you did not provide probably the order number, provide something. You have still not ordered my $6 hymnal. Is he the only person you know with $6? I don't understand. Maybe if you stop wasting money on messages, maybe just try something different just once. Okay, now we're going to go a little faster because we're back in Left Justify land. This is 325 outgoing to Brian, another phone call confirmation. From being made to call from no response to any of my over 100 messages trying to move forward in anything, but am unable from your continued intentional obstacles and withholding. You stated you have not scheduled son's dental appointment. You will today. Quote, you have not ordered my $6 hymnal. You will today. Quote, end quote. You have not ordered Delicious Delights food package. You will today. Now remember, she's also got Phil ordering this, so she will end up with 2 Delicious Delight food package at the detriment of the money in her son's household, dare I say. Because if her brother is sending it, then tell Brian you don't need it. Like, are you stockpiling? Are you selling it? Very short-sighted. It's me, me, me. What are my needs? F what everyone else is doing. They're going to give me what I need. You have not ordered Delicious Delights. You will today. You stated, I do not need confirmation numbers. How else am I to know you ordered? Girl, you've been asking for him all this time and he hasn't ordered. Take a hint. So you're, in fact, stating you don't believe he's sending them, but yet you're pretending you're shocked when he doesn't. How else am I to know you ordered? Because you tell me you did? You are an inveterate liar ever since I've known you. So it's nothing new, therefore you shouldn't be surprised. If he did something different, that's when you should be surprised. You've even made up confirmation numbers before, so I don't know the difference anyways. Yeah, because you keep harassing him, so he's going to give you something to shut you up. Just do, Yoda. No try, only do. Please, so I don't have to deal with your boring, sad ass anymore. Crinkly face. Ugh, you. TTY2. TTYT. Talk to you tomorrow. Ugh. And then is this the next day? Yeah, this is 2 days later. She's 48 hours in between messages. That's growth. Unfortunately, from no response to any of my over 100 messages, and after being told Sunday you would respond to a message because, quote, don't want to talk to me, end quote, I'm having to spend more money you make me beg for and withhold and lie about nonstop every time I attempt to communicate with you, either phone or tablet. So many things wrong with that. He's never responded via tablet, so he cannot be lying nonstop via tablet. You keep calling him by choice. You must want him to lie to you because the answers have been the same and you keep expecting something different. I don't know why. And I don't think if you're loading this up for the family court judge, this does not hold you in a good light, ma'am. Last week, you, quote, forgot, end quote, and did not add funds. I'm almost in this negative from you withholding and do not have any deposits to date from you. To date for the whole year? We're in March. I mean, not that he owes you. I don't know, honey. Also, so I can finally order things I need and want to put together for my son. Here's the thing, too, because what the family court judge said was he was not going to decide on that until the case was resolved, her criminal case, right? Now there's a new judge, there's a female judge. But when she had Judge Michael Dean. So it seems like this effort, this like OCD need to write messages to Brian would be more useful, purposeful, if she directed all of that energy toward her case, toward getting along with her attorney. At this point, I believe now she's on to Patricia Cashman because it is March, right? So I feel like Hobson left in January or February. Someone will correct me in the chat and or the comments if that is not right. It's now 4:54 in the morning, so I might not be firing on all 12. Add so I can finally order things I need and want to put together for my son. Dental appointment for son? When? Time. Christmas presents. Have they arrived finally for son? Christmas video visit. Have you scheduled? I feel like we shouldn't be calling it a Christmas video visit in March. What is the son meant to think? My mom is desperate. My mom is not all there. What's up with mom? There's something wrong with mom. All of the above. She's going on about Easter Sunday, March 31st. So if we're on March, where are we? What did I say? March 27th. Can you guys see that? Sorry. We're on March 27th and Easter is March 31st. Maybe we make this an Easter visit video. Oh my God. Okay. 1 p.m. Easter Sunday, March 31st. 1 p.m. Easter Sunday, March 31st. 1 p.m. Hymnal. What is the confirmation number? Also, add a dictionary as my other, not even a please. Biatch. Also, add a dictionary as my other tore in half and the officer threw it away. It just magically tore in half? Like it just jumped up and ripped itself in half and then the officer threw it away? I need more details if you need my money. In half. Like a Webster's dictionary tore in half? The dimensions are 7 by 5 and can fit in my drawer. Commissary today. Respond. So she's hitting him up early, 3:02. I think she needs it by 9 because she has to order by 10. I think I'm getting that right. No response number 2, 3:27. What is the confirmation number to my food package? Delicious delights. And then outgoing to her brother. Subject is important. When you can, hopefully this weekend, I need to talk to you about something regarding my case. You're my only option, my best actually, and want to talk to you about my question to ask. You don't have to answer me immediately if it's something you need to think about. So no, I know and respect your thoughts. Nothing is binding. Please, please answer because I need to know as soon as I am able. Love you in the meantime, all the time, no matter what. Happy Easter Sunday. He lives. So he responds back maybe 30 minutes later, 35 minutes later. Sure, let me know. How do these messages come in to, I wonder, let me know if anybody's been in Orange County or has tablet experience. Is it like an app you put on your phone? I remember one of her friends said that it's easier than writing because it's on her phone, but how? Mainly I'm asking because like, do you have to have notification on? Because he responded very quickly, right? He seems to be the only one, like the other one seemed to take a bit of time. So I'm just wondering. Okay. Beth Farber. And see, I mentioned that in the first one. Sometimes it says disconnected. Oh, wait, I've got it up too high. Here, it says disconnected, and some say public. So Beth sends her, hey, sent you some credits, friend. No need to spend 50 to message me a thank you. I can hear you saying it already 50 times over in my head. Enjoy a movie on me. I will send you a picture of probably children and children soon. Keep your head up, friend, and remember there is zero tolerance for talking in the bunk area. I guess that's a bunkmate joke. And Sarah likes to talk a lot. We know she was written up a lot for talking. And now I kind of want to go back and look at her behavioral notes and see like how she was acting up in there at that point. Oh, you know what? I wanted to show you guys this too. Just as a reminder, this was from our lovely guest, Miss K, that she wrote out about the dorms. So for those of you guys who didn't catch that interview, here is Sarah Boone, where she was in B Bravo. And this was her table. So, and this is the CO desk, but our friend told us like Sarah had this area on lock. The one that's a little larger here is Sarah's table, and she didn't want anyone sitting there. And then here's out to the rec yard. That will come in as context later. Here's the bathrooms, the showers. These are all open here. And there's this, I can't remember if she said it was a full wall or half wall to give some semblance of privacy. And obviously there's no cameras here. So yeah. Okay. Let's go back. Oh shoot. Could you guys even see that with my big head over there? Let me see one more time. Hold on. No, it doesn't. How can I do this? Let's do it that way. Okay. CO desk is here. This is Sarah's table that she's designated for herself. This is her bunk. There's the pod entrance, the sink, stairs to the second floor, stairs to the second floor, shower, bathroom, privacy partition. All right. Where? I'm going to move myself back over there. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so incoming from her brother on the 30th, so I think that's a day before Easter, right? So Saturday. Regarding important. Hey, I tried to get your food, but this is what came up. Up to 2 items from gift packages within a 7-day period. 0 are remaining for this period. Oh, so did someone else send you a gift package, Miss Sarah? So I guess you have to wait. Hope you have a good Easter. Make the best of it, as I know it is hard. Did you get your stuff that I mailed out to the courthouse you sent me? Well, let me know. And I love you. Keep your head up. How would she get the stuff that was mailed to the courthouse? Maybe he mailed in her letters and he's wanting to know if she checked the docket. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, Phil outgoing. Easter greatness and love. Hi, love. I don't know what that means with the 2 package limit or whatever it said. I will tell you, some of the rotten inmates in here have been doing a huge Cash App scheme where they charge inmates $30 or more and then give them $10 to $12 worth. They have an abundance and 6 drawers. I don't know what that has to do with you being at your limit, ma'am. And they can Cash App in jail or outsiders, I get, but can you receive the cash? I need to know more about this scheme. How are they Cash Apping? Do they have mobile phones? The sergeant, oh wait, one of the girls got mad when they were withholding her food for the $50 she gave, and a big fight started. The sergeant got involved, and we were on lockdown until they did their investigation. Big, stupid, unfair cluster F. So I, who rarely get anything, am being penalized also, apparently. I'll have to ask the vendor and see what they say. If anything, you should be able to order next week, please, before the effort is lost. It usually takes a week for orders to reset, so it should be soon. Super duper ugh. Thank you for trying. Just pause for a moment until I find out. I hope you have a beautiful Easter weekend also. See and understand the magnitude of the holiday, which should be all year, every year, forever. What a gift. The absolute best we will ever receive in our lives. He makes everything extraordinary, including me and you, because of his selfless act of love. Now, Thomas, called the twin, one of the 12, was not with him when Jesus came. The other disciples therefore said to him, "We have seen the Lord." So he said to them, "Unless I see in his hands the print of the nails, eek, 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 and put my finger into the print of the nails, and put my hand in his side, I will not believe." And after 8 days, his disciples were again inside, and Thomas with them. Jesus came, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst and said, "Peace with you." Okay, I'm not going to read all that. Thank you, love you. Remember, on Mom's beautiful headstone, you and I chose together the Easter lilies, the symbol of resurrection. Girl, did you think your mom was coming back? See you later, Mom. Heart. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Philip. As soon as I know about the food packages, I'll let you know. Thank you, Heart. Believe, Heart. Then she sends one to Ashley. Easter greatness and love. Now Thomas called the twin. Okay, we're not doing that again. And then she goes on to quote First Corinthians, peace, love, Jesus. Now we're on Easter. And she sends to her brother, "Love you," all caps as a subject line. Happy he is risen indeed day. I love you so much. And I'm so grateful for your goodness, Philip. Thank you. Words cannot express. Today is glorious. Yes. Unfortunately, in jail, it's different, as you would expect. Still, no one or thing will ever steal my joy. Girl, thank goodness, because I would hate to see what you sound like, joyless. Which you contribute to greatly. We are on lockdown from the jail, being short staffed, so I won't be able to call today. So probably the COs, more of them took off for the holiday, I'm guessing, and that's why they're intentionally short staffed. They're scheduled to be short staffed, so they lock up the inmates or lockdown. So I won't be able to call today and didn't want to trouble you anyway. I'll definitely call tomorrow. So if you can, please, please keep an eye and ear out for me. I just want to get it over with so I know what to do with my attorney the next time I see her. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Her face is always in an ugh. I just think of her coming out. Each time the police showed up at her house, she just had that ugh, ugh face. Thank you for your loveliness, not spelled correctly, and care. Talk to you tomorrow. Don't get mad if I keep trying. Enjoy the day for me. Heart. See him everywhere. Heart. 3:31 to Brian. Phone call confirmation. Easter. She's still trying to make receipts against herself. unwittingly. When being made to call you from no response to any of my now 105 messages, you are actively deciding to not answer and keep lying. You stated. You did not schedule an Easter video visit for the second year because you had other priorities and plans for what I am not a part of. Okay. Do you still get video visits if you're on lockdown, or is she just like busting his balls for no reason? Um, Other priorities and plans for which I am not a part of, and were confused when you could schedule a 15-minute video visit with me, his mother, who made and mailed an Easter package for him to open on said video visit. See, again, she's plotting, contriving reasons, creating this false urgency that it has to be on this day because she sent a gift. Meanwhile, how many days, how many Easters did you spend with him in the free world, ma'am? How many gifts did you give him timely in the free world? Like, seriously, I just feel like, do you guys see her picking him up on Sunday, going to church on Easter in the free world? This is all just made up foolishness. Out of the entire day, 15 minutes for me to see my son. And after you told me on the phone from being made to call prior to make sure I could see him this year, that you would be scheduling even if in the evening. 15 minutes. It's ongoing 12 p.m. while you are on the porch smoking cigarettes and playing on your phone, and he is, quote, still in bed, end quote, that you could undeniably have scheduled a 15-minute video visit for me to see my son. Okay, so I'm a little confused because she's saying phone call confirmation on the 31st, right? Which implies that she called him, but yet when she talks to Philip, she's saying she can't call, right? Yeah, we are on lockdown from the jail being short staffed, so I won't be able to call today and didn't want to trouble you. So that was at 10:06. So at 11:47, how did she call Brian? Did she lie to Philip? I'm so confused. Okay. For him to open my Easter present I made him, since we are still waiting for him to open his Christmas presents. Only you are waiting, ma'am. And card from me, and is a completely different holiday 4 months later. 15 minutes out of the entire day for Christmas, out of the entire 2 weeks. Now, you know they were on holiday, ma'am. Nobody wants to keep including or bringing up or like any reminder of you being incarcerated. I mean, that's sad. Who wants to do that on Christmas? When you are so, clearly guilty of what you're, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I feel like sometimes there are people like, so if we think of Chris Watts and Cindy Watts, of course, she would make every minute possible, right? Because she has that desperation, that need. She doesn't care that her son killed her grandchildren and his wife. But I think to ask your son to overlook that and forego, like, yes, it's only 15 minutes, but it's not just 15 minutes, right? Because like, say they're on vacation and they're out at the beach, you want that 15 minutes. They got to come back in, wash off, get the sand off their feet, get set up. Like, it's a break, right? You're interrupting their regular life. And if they don't want to do that, I don't think begging them solves a problem for you, because then it's like they're doing it begrudgingly. I wouldn't want to see my son begrudgingly and then guilt trip him like, I'm your mom. Come on, it's Christmas. Give me a smile. Like, if it's not genuine, why fake the funk? Why ask your son to fake the funk? Just so you can tell the bunkmates, I'm guessing, like, oh, I saw my son, because they saw their. I don't know. It's very bizarre. It's a very bizarre request. I would not, if for God forbid, some unforsaken reason I ended up committing a crime, I would not want my child or either of my children seeing me that way. I'll talk to you when I get out, and I would be working feverishly, diligently to resolve whatever reason I was in there for, whatever issue caused me to be there. But instead, she's like, it's the thing to do. You should just take 15 minutes, just 15 minutes. It's never just 15 minutes. Another holiday I asked slash begged you to make sure I am included on and in and well in advance. And after you lie to me, you actively deny me to see him. What is this doing to our son? He was expecting this and Christmas, as I stated. You can be an adult and proper parent to include me, his mother, no matter where I am. The only reason he would be expecting it is because you planted that seed intentionally to manipulate his father. Because let it be a surprise. You don't have to tell him, we're going to have a Christmas video visit whenever your dad order, like, ma'am, get your shit together. For a fact, you would not be doing what you are doing if I weren't temporarily incarcerated. You could wake him up to get him dressed, teeth brushed, ready for all the quote plans and activities end quote you supposedly have scheduled for the day, and made sure he saw me, his mother, on Easter to open my package, who am in jail. Oh my God. What? Supposedly have scheduled for the day, and made sure he saw me, his mother, on Easter to open my package, who am in jail, made sure to make and mail to him and on time to open on the actual holiday, just like I did for Christmas, which was over a 2-week period. Quote, I'm not going over this again with you, end quote. You never do anything when I call you because you don't answer any of my messages and actively do not communicate with me. Again, she's setting up that requirement, like he has to open it on video. So she, in fact, if she did send these packages and he got them timely, she's delaying the opening by demanding that she be present. Very controlling, very calculated. This was your response when I asked why you still won't answer me and actively excluded me for Christmas. You withheld me seeing my son for his entire Christmas holiday break. 2 weeks. You actively did not allow me to be a part of his celebration. He told her in advance he was not going to be sharing him for Christmas, that it was he has this holiday or he has all the holidays, whatever it is. The fact that she expected something different just shows her own like cognitive dissonance. Ma'am, where are you on the planet when he's saying this? Are you medicated? Like, I just, whoa. I mean, maybe Brian is used to this, and maybe this is how he copes with the abuse, but I would have to block her. She wouldn't need to talk to me. I promise you. She could talk to our son. She could write him old-fashioned letters. They don't need to see each other all the time. That is at a cost, right? Those are not free. And her need to talk to him every day, like her incessant need to be in so much communication, just rings false, because we know from the body cam footage of Brian, like she would not even get him when she was supposed to get him, or she would make excuses like, it's not a good weekend, George is having a good week, not having a good weekend, I'll come over there. And she would come and sit with him for a couple of hours, but she wasn't having him the amount of time that was in the dissolution of marriage plan. And I mean, Brian tolerated, he did say to Detective Copsel that he was talking to his lawyer about getting that changed, the custody arrangement, because he had him so much. And then that also would have impacted the child support he had to pay if she had him less. But it's inconsistent with her behavior in the free world. It's now that she has all the time in the world, now that she's sober by force, or I don't know, she could be drinking toilet wine, but clearly her mind is idle, and an idle mind is the devil's workshop. So I'm sure he feels the phoniness, the insincerity in all this. And I believe, well, maybe not. Maybe the judge will see the insincerity too. The judge may not know about the alcohol abuse. And I don't know if they did like Family Wizard. He should have documented better that she wasn't keeping him as per the schedule. I don't know. It's a mess. I don't know why she became a mom. I feel so bad for her son. I really do. I think In my personal opinion, unless she gets therapy, if she really loved him, she would walk away. You know, not saying never talk to him again, but like check in on what he's doing, but let his dad raise him. She's no role model. Like, would you really, as a child, right, 13, 14, 15, as he grows, do you really value her opinion about life, relationships, schooling, any of that, knowing that she's serving life in prison for murdering her boyfriend in a suitcase in a very cruel way that she documented? Sometimes you got to know when to fold them, know when to hold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. Run, Sarah, run. Okay. Overcome like he did and like I am. Oh, wait, sorry. I skipped a whole bunch while I was ranting. Um, the holidays are mine. When I asked why, you are actively excluding me from Son's Day in celebration for Easter for the second year. You're in jail, so I don't have to include me. And that's quote, you're in jail, so I don't have to, end quote, in case you're just listening. Include me, Son's mother, in his life when I ask why you keep excluding me and stopping me from seeing him. Stop being sad, Brian. Jesus died for you to not be. To not be despicable, bitter, and the lonely, quote, man, end quote, that you are. Overcome like he did and like I am. Like you keep telling me. Here come the insults. This is always a good way to get someone to do what you want. Insulting them. Ask the crazy people in my comments. How does that go for them? Okay. Like you keep telling me as if I wasn't aware already. I am in jail. In jail, I have more joy, peace, and gladness and hope than you and your entire dry, pompous, unchristian like fake family will ever have combined. Divorced oldest sister, divorced daughter, perverted spinster, younger son. Are you calling somebody perverted and your brother, ma'am, your oldest brother, is in prison for kitty diddling? Really? Okay. Sad, secretly depressed, lonely, closet case mother slash wife, arrogant, narcissistic, self righteous father slash husband, crooked face. You reap what you sow, undeniably. Remember, see you soon. Enjoy the Easter holiday with our son. I will be thinking about him and missing. I wish you would include me and let me see him. Life is beautiful no matter where you are, Brian. Tell son why I don't get to see him today so he knows. Do better, quote, dad, end quote. He sees and knows that you are actively deciding to do with, to, and for his mother. Remember that. If that ain't a threat, I don't know what is, ma'am. But on the one hand, you're asking for something. On the other hand, you're insulting. Maybe we should put a fund together, pool our little, coins, and get her that book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Because berating someone, dehumanizing them, calling them names, insulting their family is not really a way to sway someone, if you will, to your argument. She's doing the same quote to her son about Thomas. I don't know why I think of Thomas the Train. I don't remember a Thomas in the Bible, but y'all have already outed me as a heathen, so no surprise there. Okay, so she's sending a note to her brother. This is on the 2nd of April. Here it is, ... I love a good ellipse. Hi, good morning. I hope this message finds you happy and smiling. Smiley face. Doing my best on my end every day. We were locked down all day yesterday from girls fighting again, and I could not call. When I do get the opportunity, I have to race for the phone and get before one of the 64 girls in there. Did we see where the phones were in that pod? Let me just peek really fast. Oh, yeah. Let's see right here. So this is her bunk. Here are the phones. So she has to race before the 64 girls here, and these would be coming from upstairs. Dramatic much? Thanks, Miss K. This little diagram you did is invaluable, ma'am. Okay. So she races to the phone to get there before one of the 64 girls in there. I'm not living when I tell you, oh, I'm not lying. It's cut off here. Sorry, guys. I'm not lying when I tell you it's always a struggle. Always and unnecessarily. I'm just going to ask via message as I need to know, and I'm tired of fighting to get to a phone when we are actually able to use them. I want to ask for a bond. Dun, dun, dun. Y'all remember this? This was the straw that broke the Cashman back. Okay. It is my right to have one, and no attorney has ever even mentioned trying to get one. So I suspect one of her roomies, bunkies, whoever the hell they are, put this bug in her ear, because why now, so close to trial, right? This is April, and her trial was scheduled for October 7th. Hard date. Why now? Why would you divert your attorney's attention away from your criminal case to bond? It is my right to have one, and no attorney has ever mentioned trying to get one. Again, and most important to me, it is my right. The attorney now said she can put in a motion for one, but needs information prior to be prepared. I've been here over 4 years. I am not a flight risk. And even if I did try anything funny, there's nowhere I can go from all the world knowing my face and case. Not all the world, girl. My mama has never heard of you. She's like, do you know this woman that you're talking about? The Holy Spirit is pushing me to do, even if I don't get one. I can't officially say I tried since no one else would for me. The Holy Spirit, are we weaponizing religion now, ma'am? Don't give me rights if you don't want me to fully maximize them. Be the revolution. I actually just returned my official presidential selection ballot for my choice of who I can and will vote for in August. What's sad is that I was here and voted for the last president 4 years ago. O-face. I'm serious about using my rights. Mom taught me that. My attorney said I need an address where I can tell the court I will be living temporarily or permanent so they know where I can be located if needed. I would think they'd also put her on a tether, an electronic tether. I don't think they just let you go buck wild. Okay, you're going to be there. Great. We'll see you at your next court date. Hopefully. No, ma'am. You're wanted for murder. They want to know where WTF. Where TF you are. But so it's interesting. So just remember that my attorney said I need an address where I can tell the court, not I need an address where I'll be staying. That is a distinction with a difference. As you know, I'm homeless from losing my town home. I have lost my car due to Brian lying and losing, and will not answer me about it when I ask, even for the phone number to the neighbor so I can call myself. This is another full-blown struggle I am in the middle of at the same time, as you know, and trying to save my son now and futuristically while working on my, quote, murder, end quote, case. There's no quotes, ma'am. You murdered somebody. You said you murdered somebody while in jail. Jesus. Oh, now we're blasphemous. I thought when you are uber Christian, you don't say the Lord's name in vain. No home, no car that I know of. No money. I'm trying to win. My dogs died. Oh, and I have no family except you, Philip. Just lay that guilt on thick. Just you. As said previously, also, there is no binding contract or judicial responsibility that I know of. Attorney just said I need an address where I can go. What do you think? It's just your address. So if I do achieve a bond, I will need to be at the address. I'm a good roomie. Upside down, O-face. That's even if I get the bond and can even pay. Doubtful, parenthetically. But who knows? From all my cheerleaders out there, maybe a GoFundMe page will be made for me by one of my loyal, quote, fans, end quote. At least the world will see my efforts. And I believe if I am denied, would be in my favor anyway, as everyone knows how exploited my case is and the illegal happenings daily with everything on the internet, etc. What are the illegal happenings? Am I an illegal happening? Do I have blood on my keyboard? Okay, girl. So please, may I use your address? Tell me, however, so I can tell my attorney to pursue or not. I'm sure she'll call you to discuss further and to confirm. I don't know the process as I've never done this before. Regardless, she will call at one point with you being included in my case. I think, too, it looks really good that you are in the Marines and an honorable citizen of the U.S. So you want to pimp his status. You are my brother and my only living relative. You have another brother. Let's not forget about John. He's very much alive. I want to go for it, please, after all these empty, uneventful years. It's my right. What do you think? Feedback? Honesty. As soon as you can, let me know. Why won't you schedule a video visit? I love you no matter, Philip. It is a blessing truly at this point in my life to have you as my brother. For times such as these, thank you either way and always. Ta-ta for now. Heart. And then she responds to that. So she sends this. Sorry for the scroll. I just want to see what time. Oh God, it's a long one. She sends that on the 2nd of April at 11:37. Then she responds to her own message. He hasn't replied at 7:21 p.m. regarding, here it is. Hello. Well, I'm glad that you were talking to your lawyer now, at least. So that's headway. So maybe they had a call in between. I would have to ask. Oh no, I got it backwards. This is him. He responded lickety split. Sorry, guys. It's incoming from Phil. Hello. Well, I am glad that you are talking to your lawyer now, at least. So that's headway. I would have to ask Kayla her thoughts on everything. I cannot promise you that she will agree, and she lives there as well. And nothing against you, but my side of the family has not been in my life for years, and she sees that. Oh, my side. So apparently, perhaps Sarah and John are not his only living relatives, therefore not Sarah's only living relatives, and y'all been distant. And you've been all over the news. I will say there's no way you can live with me long term, as I am struggling too. It's my life, and another person in the equation will not help me obtain my goals and needs. Lay those boundaries. I will do what I can as I have been. My question is, even if you get a bond, who is going to post it? So that's his question, right? He's asking that. That came out of his mouth. Remember that, because it's going to come up later where she accuses Cashman of foisting that on him. Dollars to donuts. That's one of the first questions he asked the lawyer. It was his top concern. I cannot imagine the price tag, and I am not putting my house up as collateral. I would need to talk to your lawyer and get specifics. So there, before he agrees, is how I'm reading this. I would need to talk to your lawyer and get specifics, right? So what's the first thing he's going to get the specifics about? Who is posting the bond? Once that meal thing is cleared, I will get that one you wanted. Besides that, I love you and keep your head up. Let me know your thoughts. So now she's responding to him. It's outgoing, 9:13 p.m. Philip, let's be realistic. If I even get a bond, like I and you both know, it will probably be so sky high, I could never pay it. My whole entire point is that it is my right to have one. And after everything that justice, quote unquote, system, quote unquote, has put me through and is still, the least they could do is give me a bond. Girl, they don't have to give you anything. That is not how that works. That is not how any of that works. No matter if I can pay it or not, it is my right that I was raised to believe in, fight for, and take advantage of whenever possible. I have rights that I can use and am trying to, and which you bravely fight for everyone to have. Dig, including yourself. See my need to get this, no matter what the outcome may be, for myself and everyone who's been through the same persecution and just not been bold enough to risk and take. I am, and I know all things are possible with God. No limitations. I'm not going anywhere if I do get the bond, because it has to be paid. It's the principle. And again, my right. I think you think I'm moving in the moment it's granted, if at all. Don't misunderstand and make it something it's not when explaining to Kayla. So she wants to downplay, minimize it to everyone, right? But the truth of the matter is, if she does get bond, if she is able to pay it, which if you don't even have a shot, why try? I don't believe this. It's my right business. Does Kayla want to live with you? She don't even know you like that. Um, and no, it would not be long term, as I am overdue for a life of my own and with my son, hopefully. Come what may, baby steps. I need the bond first. That's just going to sit there until whatever God so chooses to allow or direct me to. This is not a big deal. It's just a quote, phantom quote address, just a phantom address to put on paper. And she's putting this in writing where obviously the prosecution can see. Thing is binding, permanent, or contracted. And me talking to my attorney is not at all what you think. She argues and discourages me in almost everything. It's a struggle every time I talk to her. I am confused who she works for and on whose side. Super condescending and snotty, which I told her is very unprofessional, said the queen of professional. She fights out not. She fights and blathers when I'm still asking her for my discovery. Girl, 4 years later, you don't know Philip. No one does. And just accuses me of being, quote, difficult, end quote. Why? Because no one will fight for me properly and help save my life. That, if that is not cognitive dissonance, I don't know what is. Ma'am, you are the definition of difficult. If I had a dictionary and I turned to the D page in Webster's, there your face would be. Like, she at least has to know she's high maintenance. You know, when Harry met Sally, when they were at the place and she needed the pickle on the side and Harry was like, oh yeah, you're high maintenance. She was like, what? Like, ma'am, if you are probably one of the most difficult clients on the planet that 4 attorneys had to deal with. No one will, because no one will fight for me properly and help save my life. I will do whatever necessary and possible for me and my son. When you talk to her, you'll see she will probably try and talk you out of everything and pin you against me. She doesn't believe in, quote, gray area, end quote, at all. She's like that. And she lies, forgets what she says to cover her eyes. Be prepared and get your riot gear out. She's extremely derogatory. Your thoughts? I see her on Monday, so what do you want me to tell her? It's just an address. Thank you, no matter or how much. So now we're back to Christina Smith, still on the run, responding regarding bad that turns into good. Surprise! I have no money and the rent went quickly. I spoke to the probation officer, then that turned me in. Here's my update. I am in the place that The Hangover was filmed. Yes, Vegas. This is the best and worst day ever. Exclamation, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. I was hired for an awesome job. Then my iPhone was stolen as I walked blissfully in this amazing weather. Yeah, it all happened today. I'm going to come back when I have enough money to pay an attorney, meaning she's going to stay in Vegas and not come back to Florida until she has an attorney. Say what now? I was completely railroaded, and this is unlawful recklessness. I am so done. I had no way to come back, and I will when I have an attorney to prove my hospitalization. Flora does. That sums it up. The struggle is real, and I will continue to be me. I will not let the past define me. Not ever. Hang in there. My apologies for the late response. I am seriously going through the process of WTF. Nevertheless, my dear friend, I'm working and we'll have a court date set before I come back. Hope you are doing as well as you can. I haven't forgotten about you. I am figuring life out. Sending hugs. How is the neighborhood? XOXO. Ma'am, even when you get an attorney, he's going to negotiate you turning yourself in. I don't know what is going on in that scrambled eggs brain of yours. Okay, so Sarah returns the message. Ha! Good for you, friend. I'm so glad to know you are all right. Christina and I are both worried, have both been worried. The first thing out of her mouth was, she better send pictures after, of course, she knew you were okay. Yes, send pictures. You're in Vegas. Pictures, Vegas. So, where are you working? I'm sure there are lots of opportunities, fun and interesting nonetheless. Do you think it would be wise for her to put where she's working? She's already revealed that she's in Vegas, in Las Vegas, on recorded documents. They could just not go up to her job. Hello, Christina. Um, I'm sure there are lots of opportunities, fun and interesting nonetheless. Help me understand too. So, are you legal? Meaning you spoke to your PO and they know where you are and you're coming back? Or are you on the run? Either way, you know I love you and am Team Tina all day, every day. Please, please, please stay in touch. I love hearing from you and all your new escapades and adventures. You're definitely in it now, especially with being on location from The Hangover. Oh, Faye, send pictures! Exclamation point. Stay safe! Exclamation point. Keep smiling! All caps D face. We're rooting for you and waiting to hear back. And which of you, by worrying, can add 1 cubit hour to his stature? Luke 12:25. If this is not coming from the worry wart of the year, if you need to read these scriptures and take them to heart yourself, ma'am. Be anxious for nothing. Holding fast the word of life so that I may rejoice in the day of Christ. Okay. Miss you, miss you, miss you, love you, love you. Beth Farber. Hey. This is outgoing Sarah sending to her. Free message Saturday, so I officially get to say thank you for the credits. You're so nice. I miss your quietness and contentment. You in general. The neighborhood is not cool. I hope and pray you are living your best life and smiling with cutie patootie baby. Speaking of pictures, question mark. Me and Christina are waiting, waiting, waiting. I can only imagine the depth of your love when you saw him. Jealous and happy. Thank you for your kindness and friendship. Blessed to know you. Send pics when you can. Thank you. So that sounds like to me maybe she was pregnant in jail and they took the baby and she was reunited. I'm not sure, but it seems weird that the way she phrases it. The depth of your love when you saw him. Okay, incoming from Ashley regarding Easter greatness. Hello. Sorry for the late response after Easter. We all got influenza one by one, and it was a rough week. Everyone is feeling better now, though. I'll have to send you our Easter pics. It was a blessed day. Hope you all are well. Outgoing to Philip, mail and letter. Hi again. So we are being forced to use these tablets for mail now, effective April 19th. My mommy's birthday. This means my mom, Tanika's, not Sarah's. This means we will no longer receive physical mail and everything. Letters, cards, pictures will be scanned and uploaded for viewing only. Now, before it was January 1, as in all things tech, the launch was delayed. So now we're looking at April. And who knows, like, as it's been going, if it will even be there, but it's almost like a threat that she's sending people. You need to send me these pictures before so we can pass them around. It's a little creepy. Everything, letters, cards, pictures will be scanned and uploaded for viewing only. I can't hold or really look at anything you send once they're uploaded. Then they shred them, like the physical one. WTF. Please send the pictures you've been telling me you're going to for over a year now. Please send the contempt letter for me to include with my paperwork for the judge to get Brian in court. This is the last opportunity I will have to get a picture of mom, you, etc. And I do not want them on these stupid tablets. I want to put them in my Bible and be able to look at them when I want. So that's interesting. So if they're in jail and they're on a tablet, you don't have the physical one. Like when, like we know she did, you get convicted and transferred to prison, do they stay like attached electronically to you? So when you get there in the new tablet, you can see them. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can understand not having the physical, God knows, that's just extra stuff for them to have. It's like a fire safety hazard, probably like good kindling. It could be laced with things. I don't know, but that seems kind of sad that you won't. I just imagine like the old movies. Maybe I'm romanticizing jail, and you look at the picture before you go to sleep and you slip it under your pillow. No, just me. Not when they tell us we can use the tablet, and if I get one, fighting 63 other girls to use one. Please, Philip, I really want and need these. The contempt letter will only be on the tablet, and I will not be able to print and include. Before this starts, send everything you can or want to my P.O. Box address. After April 19th, everything will be sent to Smart Communications. After May 6th, anything sent to my old address will be returned to sender. You can also go online and set up a free account to check status of what you've mailed at www.mailguardtracker.com. I wonder if you can put, like, if he could put in a change of address for her so that it wouldn't be returned to sender. Like, here's the old address, here's the new. Do you know what I mean? I've lived here for going on 5 years, and I did a change of address in January. Like I renewed it because I realized my W-2 was going to my old address. So I just wonder if they could do like a change of address and forward it, or maybe you're not allowed to forward mail from a facility where people are incarcerated. It's a highlight in many ways for us and gives us something to look forward to. They do not care. I hope you do and will send. Remember, it's 5 pictures per envelope. It will be the last time I'm able to have anything. Please understand. Please respond. So I know you received my message and what to plan on. It's just another major ugh. This isn't forever. Another major ugh. This isn't forever. Sigh. Love you. Thank you. Then she sends him a note on 4/13. Package, etc. Hi again. I forgot to tell you, if when you want to send the Delicious Delights package, I can receive now. I waited a whole other week to make sure nothing was glitching or wrong with my account like last time. Not that because you had received something, Sarah, and that's why there was a glitch. That's what we're going with. Because I feel like if there was truly a glitch, you would have been talking to the captain or somebody to get that resolved. But okay, we'll go with that. I can't thank you enough, as this also is the second week Brian has withheld giving me anything to buy commissary. Second week since when? Then are you mean 2 consecutive weeks? Because I thought you said before it was like 4 weeks that he didn't. So what? I need thermals so bad from it being so effing freezing in here. I'm just sitting here literally shivering, doing my best to stay positive and keep going. The days are getting heavier and more arduous. Thank you beyond measure. Also, have you come to a conclusion for my bond to use your address so I can update my attorney? I had my status hearing on Friday, if you didn't already know, by seeing me all over the news. With nothing new to report as usual, I told her I was waiting to hear from you. Do you want her phone number, or am I able to give her yours? Remember, she's a viper. Don't let her deter you, please. You're stronger than that. And know me when I tell you something, it's true and from experience. You have experience with Bond, ma'am? Or are you talking about you have experience with Miss Cashman? Remember, too, I'm still trying to figure out who she really works for, as it does not seem to be for me. If you only knew. Please let me know. I'm trying to get whatever, quote, life, end quote, I have in here together, and I'm waiting to hear from you. This is important to me. Actually, it all is. Please understand. See it from my perspective and what you would do and how you'd feel if in my slides. Ma'am, does he even know you're in slides? We don't care. I am grateful and love you. Thank you always. Okay, we're on page 72. Let me just see how much more we have. I'm going to wrap it up at 72. We are at 2 hours and 10 minutes. So, and then I'll come back and finish till we get to 100. Okay. The next one is to Brian. 414. Please stop lying. All caps is the subject. After waiting for 2 weeks more for the food package and hymnal you told me you ordered, nothing has come. Why? I know for a fact I was in the negative, so I don't know how you could have when you originally told me weeks ago you did. I don't know how you could have when originally you told me weeks ago you did. I thought you would add commissary on Wednesday and then order, but you did not do either. Add or order. Why do you keep lying, Brian? Why don't you just order so I don't have to keep asking? It's a very It is very disturbing you keep lying and have made me call or write or try and communicate with you about these simple tasks you are actively deciding not to do. Please order $6 hymnal. Please order Delicious Delights food package. Please add commissary funds on Wednesday. Please cooperate. 150 miles later. Oh, our Sarah's so persuasive. 414 to Brian. Again, she's got 35,000 characters. It could have all gone in one message. This just appears unhinged. It is extremely despicable of you to not respond to any of my messages regarding my long anticipated Christmas video with my son. Would you have told me I had scheduled Would you have told me I had a scheduled visit finally in a response, or anytime I called asking for my $6 hymnal, food package, or commissary, I would not have missed it. I bet, though, it made your day. Another mishap with my son and hindrance by you and from you. Don't think it will go unnoticed with the judge or your son. Encourage my son's relationship with his mother, not discourage, which you go the extra mile effort costs anything to make sure it stays disconnected. Good job, quote unquote, father. It'll come back and bite you one day. So enjoy your fake camaraderie while you can. Encourage, 150 miles later. Let it go, girl. Okay, 414, she sends, or Philip sends her a message at 11:02 p.m. Hey, I will do my best to send a letter out with pics tomorrow, and I will let you know. Have her call me, please, before I allow use of address. I will look at the food tomorrow as well. I love you, and keep your head up, and know I'm here. Okay, we're going to stop there. And let me see, just make sure what page that is. 72. So we'll pick up on 73 tomorrow. This is like, I just don't understand it, honestly, and I'm going to stop trying. Like, from what I see, it's all manipulation. I'm sure, like, by Philip saying, I don't have any family that I've been close with, and his wife/girlfriend knows that, so they would be hesitant to have her there. And just based on like what Brian said about when he was living with her, people stumbling in 2-3 o'clock in the morning, hearing her on that snuff film tormenting her boyfriend while he lay dying in a suitcase, I wouldn't want her in my house. I mean, I would have to tell my man, look, I know that's your sister, but we have to have some boundaries in here. I have to feel safe in my own home, and you're about to be deployed in June, I think he said, right? So 2 months later, I'm going to be in the house with this high maintenance wacky chick. No. And so I know that in the court, Sarah told Judge Kranig that Patricia Cashman actively worked to discourage her brother. It seems like he's already laying the foundation that this is a strong if. And he keeps prefacing it with, I need to talk to her first. This will be important because you'll see coming up, Sarah will say, well, tell me what you're going to say before you tell her, because she would enjoy telling me no. But he's saying, I'm not telling her yes or no. I need information. And I bet you the first question on his list that he's looking for information is, who is paying for this bond? And perhaps that's something you have to present to the judge. I don't know. I've not been to, I haven't been to a bond hearing. I was going to say I've watched some bond hearings where they're asking for bond. Most recently, Shayna Gardner's. I mean, obviously she has the money, so I don't know that that's a point. But Sarah's indigent. She's got no money. She's the taxpayers of Florida are footing the bill for her, as far as for her legal defense, JAC, etc. But so it also seems like a stretch. Also, why would she have her lawyer, who is already working on other cases, right? She's not only dedicated to Sarah, who is probably overly taxed, because we know Hobson before that said she needed multiple people and that she probably wouldn't be satisfied unless she represented herself. I believe Bankowitz said something similar. And so your lawyer's busy and you want her to spend time on a bond that you don't have the money for because it's your right. It's like cutting off your nose to spite your face, which we know she loves to do. That's why she didn't take the deal. There's also going to be talk of the deal with her brother in the next, 73 to 100 pages. So that one, I will probably keep that one short just so we finish out the 100 pages. And there's a lot of stuff in that one that's consequential to her case, and also that we've seen one side of play out in court. So I think I'll do that one shorter, and maybe I'll cut in clips from when she talks about why can't she get a bond and all that, because I think that'll be interesting and just a nice refresher for us because it's been a minute, you know? Oh my God. We haven't even made it through. I've read 100, but I've read the first 100 pages, but I still have 363 pages left. Sarah is the gift that keeps on giving. So I'm going to try to do the other one tomorrow. So today, well, now it's Tuesday because it's 5:52 in the morning. I recorded part 3 earlier, so that'll go out Tuesday. Wednesday, this will go out. So Thursday, I will try to put out with the Thursday, I will try to pull out with the clips and everything and get that posted on Thursday. And then I'll start working on 100 pages. Friday, we'll go back to watching Wendy. We'll watch her interrogation, I think, Friday. Saturday, I'm going to be on Sam's show talking about the death penalty. I've got questions specific to Shayna Gardner and Mario Gardner because that's going to be the first death penalty case that I cover. And so Sam, Florida PI Sam, is a PI and also an attorney, or has a law degree. Let me say it correctly. And, she's got the goods. So we're going to dish on that. All right, guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me this long. I hope you are well. And, I'll talk to you later. Toodles.